Today, we are going to explore 15 strange and unique facts about Madagascar that will leave you amazed. From ancient traditions to peculiar customs, let's discover what makes Madagascar's culture so fascinating. Without further ado, let's dive in. But before we continue, please give this video a like or subscribe to our channel to motivate us to create more amazing content. Thank you. Have you ever struggled to open a jar until you finally managed it using your left hand? Well, in Madagascar, the left hand is reserved for much less glamorous tasks. Giving or receiving items with the left hand is a major taboo, almost as embarrassing as accidentally sending a love message to your boss. Historically, the left hand is considered less pure and is typically associated with personal hygiene. Picture this. You're at a lively market in Madagascar, enchanted by the colorful displays and delightful aromas. You pick up a basket of fresh vanilla that you simply must buy. In your excitement, you hand over your money with your left hand. The vendor's eyebrows shoot up faster than a rocket, and you instantly realize you've made a huge mistake. A quick switch to your right hand and a polite smile can usually fix the situation. In Madagascar, when in doubt, always use your right hand to avoid disapproving stares. In Madagascar, combining pregnancy and funerals is as unusual as showing up to a formal event in pajamas. Pregnant women are generally advised to avoid funerals due to the belief that the spirits of the deceased might linger around the unborn baby. Imagine telling your friend, "I can't attend your uncle's funeral because I'm avoiding ghosts until my baby is born." This practice blends respect for ancestors with a touch of supernatural precaution. Picture this. A pregnant woman passing by a funeral and everyone reacting as if she's about to reveal the biggest secret. Instead of attending, she's probably at home enjoying delicious Malagasy food and catching up on her favorite shows. While this may seem odd to outsiders in Madagascar, it's a practical mix of spiritual respect and superstition, ensuring that expecting mothers and their babies remain ghost-free for a healthy birth. In Madagascar, some rivers are off-limits for swimming because they are considered sacred. Imagine being a tourist ready to dive into a crystal-clear river, only to be stopped by a local who looks at you in shock, as if you'd suggested something outrageous. These rivers are believed to be inhabited by spirits, and bathing in them is reserved strictly for rituals or special ceremonies. It's like having a "Do Not Disturb" sign for the spirits residing there. Think of these rivers as exclusive places where only the spiritually connected have access. If you accidentally take a dip, you'll need more than a towel to dry off. You'll need a quick lesson on local customs and plenty of apologies. Instead of swimming, it's better to appreciate the beauty of these rivers from the bank and show respect to the spiritual guardians. This tradition helps keep the rivers clean and preserves the deep connection the Malagasy people have with their ancestors, maintaining a respectful relationship between the living and the spiritual world. In Madagascar, lemurs are national treasures, revered and adored by all. Harming a lemur isn't just taboo, it's considered as bad as kicking a beloved mascot. It's absolutely unthinkable and sure to cause a public outcry. Imagine accidentally stepping on someone's foot at a concert. Now multiply that reaction by 10. That's the kind of response you'd get if you even thought about harming these beloved creatures. With their wide-eyed, perpetually surprised expressions, lemurs seem to say, "I'm adorable, and I know it," making them untouchable icons for the Malagasy people. Think of a lemur as the ultimate animal influencer with a massive fan base and zero tolerance for mistreatment. Harming one would quickly land you in trouble with passionate advocates, carrying protest signs, and viral hashtags demanding justice. Lemurs are more than just cute animals. They symbolize Madagascar's rich biodiversity and cultural heritage. The Malagasy people see them as sacred beings embodying the spirit of the island's ancient forests. So, the next time you see a lemur, treat it with the respect it deserves, and maybe even snap a selfie, respectfully, of course. Starting a major project on a Tuesday in Madagascar is avoided like the plague, as it's believed to bring bad luck. Imagine suggesting a new venture on a Tuesday and being met with horrified looks from your Malagasy colleagues. It's almost as if Tuesday has a personal vendetta against productivity. To them, this day is not meant for important work, akin to trying to enjoy a soggy sandwich for lunch. Instead, Tuesdays are reserved for mundane tasks that don't risk inviting bad luck. Important projects are strictly reserved for other days of the week, ensuring smoother progress and better outcomes. This peculiar tradition may seem strange to outsiders, but it's deeply rooted in their cultural beliefs. Bringing up the subject of death in Madagascar is as awkward as discussing politics at a family dinner. The Malagasy people prefer to avoid directly talking about death, treating it as a mischievous spirit that could cause trouble if acknowledged. Imagine mentioning your mortality at a social event and seeing the entire room fall silent, with everyone suddenly finding their shoes or the nearest window extremely interesting. When death is discussed, it's often disguised in euphemisms or metaphors. For instance, instead of saying someone died, they might say the person went to the great rice field in the sky or joined the ancestors for a long conversation. This way of speaking maintains a sense of respect and avoids direct confrontation with mortality. Whistling at night in Madagascar is like sending an open invitation to spirits, making it a strict no-no. Imagine walking through a quiet Malagasy village under the moonlight, carefree, and starting to whistle a tune. Suddenly, shutters close, doors lock, and the village cats scatter. It's as if you've accidentally announced a ghostly gathering that no one wants to attend. When night falls, locals know better than to whistle, fearing they might summon wandering spirits. Whistling, a seemingly innocent act, becomes a potential call to the supernatural. So, if you find yourself in Madagascar, it's better to keep your lips sealed after dark. Madagascar proudly holds the title of the world's largest vanilla producer, supplying about 80% of the world's vanilla. This island nation transforms simple desserts into exquisite delicacies with its precious vanilla pods. However, the process of vanilla production is incredibly demanding and far from glamorous. Farmers in Madagascar wake up at sunrise to carefully pollinate each orchid flower by hand using small bamboo sticks, ensuring each flower receives the necessary pollen. After pollination, the vanilla pods go through a long curing process that can take several months. Imagine rows upon rows of green vanilla pods soaking in the sun, being carefully turned and massaged daily by farmers to develop their rich, aromatic flavor. This meticulous process turns the pods into the dark, fragrant treasures we know as vanilla. The Avenue of the Baobabs in Madagascar is like walking into a natural art gallery, with ancient and imposing trees that seem to come straight out of a fairy tale. This famous dirt road, lined with majestic baobabs, becomes especially enchanting at sunset when the golden light casts long shadows. These upside-down trees, with their massive trunks, seem capable of sheltering entire communities of forest creatures. Walking along this avenue, you might feel like a tiny ant in a garden of giants, overshadowed by these enormous trees that have existed for centuries, if not millennia. The charm of the Avenue of the Baobabs goes beyond its visual splendor. It lies in the silent stories these trees hold. Each baobab is a living monument, having witnessed generations of Malagasy life. Locals believe these trees have spiritual significance, often connecting them to legends and folklore, which adds to their mystery. Tourists from around the world come with cameras in hand, eager to capture this otherworldly beauty. However, no photo can truly capture the feeling of being among these ancient giants, feeling connected to Madagascar's rich natural heritage and the timeless spirit of the baobabs. Madagascar is a true paradise of unique evolution, a place where nature conducted its own exclusive experiments. Separated from Africa millions of years ago, the island developed its own distinct ecosystem, promoting flora and fauna that are found nowhere else on the planet. It's as if Mother Nature had a special project, leading to the development of extraordinary species. Lemurs, chameleons, and fossa are just a few examples. This isolation turned Madagascar into a hotspot of biodiversity, so unique that it is often referred to as the eighth continent. Take lemurs, for example. These fascinating creatures, ranging from the tiny mouse lemur to the large indri, show unparalleled diversity. Without competition from continental predators, they thrived and evolved in extraordinary ways. Similarly, Madagascar's flora, including the spiny forests and towering baobabs, adapted to the island's varied climates, developing unique features. This evolutionary isolation made Madagascar comparable to the Galapagos Islands of Darwin, offering endless discoveries of nature's ingenuity. This next fact about Madagascar will truly surprise you. Famadihana, or the turning of the bones, is a tradition that transforms a typically somber event into a lively celebration. Think of it like a family reunion mixed with a festival. Every few years, Malagasy families take the remains of their ancestors from family crypts, wrap them in new silk cloths, and dance with the bodies to joyful music. This unique ritual allows the living and the dead to reunite, celebrating lasting family bonds and honoring those who have passed. The atmosphere during Famadihana is far from gloomy. It's filled with laughter, music, and a strong sense of community. Relatives from near and far gather, bringing food, drinks, and gifts to honor their ancestors. While the band plays, family members dance with the wrapped remains, sharing stories and memories to ensure their ancestors feel loved and remembered. This tradition not only highlights Malagasy cultural identity, but also aims to keep the spirits of the deceased happy, ensuring their blessings and protection. Famadihana perfectly captures the Malagasy view of death as a continuation of life, celebrating it with music, respect, and endless joy. The history of pirates in Madagascar is an exciting tale straight out of an adventure novel, complete with legendary buccaneers, hidden treasures, and mysterious hideouts. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the island became a pirate sanctuary due to its prime location along the busy trade routes of the Indian Ocean. With its isolated bays and coves, Madagascar provided the perfect refuge for notorious pirates like William Kidd and Henry Avery, who used the island as a base to evade capture by naval authorities. These pirate captains turned Madagascar into a hotspot for lawlessness, establishing secret settlements that thrived on stolen wealth. One of the most captivating pirate legends is that of Libertalia, a mythical colony allegedly founded by pirates in Madagascar. According to folklore, Libertalia was a utopia of democracy and equality, where pirates from all over the world lived in harmony, sharing their spoils. Although the reality of Libertalia remains a mix of myth and history, Madagascar's pirate legacy is undeniable. Stories of buried treasures and shipwrecks continue to attract adventurers and historians, drawing treasure hunters to the island in search of lost riches. Today, Madagascar's pirate heritage is celebrated through stories and traditions, preserving the adventurous spirit amid the island's enchanting landscapes. The act of eating eels in Madagascar is surrounded by cultural taboos and deep beliefs, making these slippery creatures much more than just a dish. In some regions, eating eels is completely forbidden, a tradition rooted in ancestral customs and spiritual reverence. For many Malagasy people, eels are connected to ancestors or guardian spirits, and consuming them is believed to bring bad luck or anger the spirits. It's as if these eels hold a special untouchable status in the animal kingdom, respected and kept off the dinner table. Imagine yourself at a Malagasy feast, with a variety of delicious foods on display, and someone daringly suggests serving eel. The immediate reaction would be an unanimous no, accompanied by stories of misfortune that befell those who ignored this sacred taboo. In Madagascar, where traditions are highly valued, avoiding eels is more than just respecting the past. It's about maintaining harmony with the spiritual world. While eels may be a delicacy in other cultures, in Madagascar, they remain untouched, symbolizing a profound connection between people and their ancestors. Sapphire mining is a dynamic blend of hard work, luck, and transformation. The region of Ilikaka, once a peaceful village, evolved into a bustling town due to the discovery of sapphire deposits. Miners and prospectors from all over the world come here hoping to find gems that could change their fortunes. The town is now filled with makeshift shops, vibrant markets, and a diverse crowd of treasure hunters. Mining sapphires is intense, often done by hand, with miners digging through gravel and meticulously inspecting each stone in search of the coveted sapphire's sparkle. This boom has brought economic growth and job opportunities, but also significant challenges. The influx of wealth has stimulated local development, but also caused environmental damage and social issues. Unregulated mining activities can devastate the landscape, while the sudden population growth puts pressure on infrastructure and resources. Additionally, the industry faces problems such as child labor and unsafe working conditions. Efforts are underway to promote ethical mining practices to protect both workers and the environment. These initiatives aim to ensure that Madagascar's sapphire industry can sustain the local economy without harming the ecological and social fabric of the island. Madagascar's wildlife is a true biological miracle, with over 90% of its species being endemic, meaning they are found nowhere else on Earth. This incredible diversity is the result of the island's long-standing isolation from the African continent, allowing evolution to take a unique and creative path. Among its most famous inhabitants are lemurs, which range from the tiny mouse lemur, small enough to fit in your hand, to the larger and more vocal indri. Each lemur species evolved to fill different ecological niches, displaying a wide variety of behaviors, diets, and social structures. Chameleons also abound in Madagascar, showcasing an amazing variety, from the colorful panther chameleon to the tiny Bruchisia micra, one of the smallest reptiles on the planet. The island is also home to the peculiar eye, a nocturnal lemur with an elongated middle finger used to fish insects from tree bark, and the fossa, a cat-like carnivore and Madagascar's top predator. The plant life is equally extraordinary, featuring iconic baobab trees, spiny forests, numerous orchids, and other endemic plants. This unique biodiversity attracts scientists and nature enthusiasts from around the world, underscoring the crucial need for conservation efforts. Protecting Madagascar's ecosystems is vital to preserving its natural heritage and understanding the intricate processes of evolution and the web of life. The vibrant cultural traditions and remarkable biodiversity of Madagascar make it a one-of-a-kind and captivating destination, full of fascinating taboos and stunning natural wonders. If you loved learning about these incredible facts, subscribe to Explorer's Eagle for more intriguing insights into the world's most fascinating places.